Hey there, vegans, people of the digital things. If this is your first time here, hey, I am Dear Danny, and you're watching Health Be Mine, which is my story of the self-investment / self-development journey when I am getting intentional and inspired and creative, raw, and active with my thoughts. And I'm inviting you all on this journey, this self-development journey called Health Be Mine, as I capture those thoughts that enhance our health, our well-being, and our mindset. And if you have not been here in a while, Dear Danny is now my pen name. And along with these journal assignments, I am going to share with you how I speak back to myself as it relates to some of the thoughts that I will be presenting as inspiration for our journal assignment. And this feedback, again, is not for you to own it as well, but to consider your own thoughts as I share my story with you all. So today we have another assignment, and it's coming from Quora.com, which is a platform that's about questions and answers. And friends, I am about questions and answers. Sometimes I don't get the answers, but I have tons and tons of questions, and I've learned that I enjoy questions. So let's get into today's assignment. We are going to look at some pictures, and I'm going to look at about 3 of them, and we're going to just sit there for a little while, and I'll have you pause the screen and think about what your response is to the picture through journaling. So you can go through the first one, the second one, and third one and perform a journal assignment for all 3, or you can just decide that you're going to do one or the other. And I'll just choose one to have my Dear Danny segment with. Before we get into today's assignment, I want to give a special thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Keen. Thank you, Keen, for sponsoring today's video. Keen is an incredible resource that perfectly complements your self-awareness journey, a platform designed to elevate your quest for self-discovery, just like an introspective act of journaling. Through Keen, you can connect with experienced spiritual advisors, uncovering topics on love, relationships, personal growth, self-discovery, and wellness. Consider Keen.com as a conversation, the catalyst for self-awareness and experiments. Imagine approaching Keen.com with your journaling ideas, embracing the power of diverse thought, and connecting with experienced mentors who will help you uncover the hidden gems within. It's where your attentions meet a diverse world of perspective, exploring the profound questions that lead you toward a deeper understanding of yourself. You can kickstart that journey in your first 10 minutes would be just $1.99 using my link, www.king.com/healthbemind. Click, connect, and come prepared with your thoughtful questions. All right, so let me share my screen so you have an idea of what I'm talking about. Okay, friends, so here again, we have our journal assignment. The journal assignment is for us to just look at some pictures together and just reflect, and maybe a story, maybe a response, a raw response to how you feel about that picture. You can get creative with your response. Maybe you don't agree with what the picture is trying to share, or maybe there isn't a message and you want to create your own message, or maybe you're inspired by it. But we're going to go through all those different types. You can choose one or the other, but let's just look at these pictures, and then I'm going to choose one for my Dear Danny. So here's picture 1. On the surface level, we see life. It looks like a man is going after the flying money. And then in the second part, you see that he grabs some money, and then he's grabbing some more. And then he finally gets to the end, and he just has all this money in his hand. And then it is the end. Let's look at this next picture. So we're looking at it together. We see the first picture is a bunch of coins on top of someone's head, and there's not any growth in that person's mind. And then you see someone with books in their hands, and you see growth in the mind. And if this is something that you want to go ahead and take a stab at, I don't want to say stab. If this is something that you want to go ahead and take a hug for, if this picture inspires you to hug it, go ahead and hug it. All right, and so here's the last one. It looks like there's a surveillance camera and 3 people sitting in what looks like a mental hospital. And then there's a woman. I have no idea what's going on in this picture, but the surveillance camera is circled, and I can't tell if it's on these people or not. This is interesting. Like, this is actually a challenging one for me. I have no idea what I would even make of this. So I'm gonna go with this one actually. And how I'm gonna have my Dear Danny segment. Let's go ahead and segue. Dear Danny, I should probably make like a little sound or a little clip so we know that this is now my response. Dear Danny, again, that's me, just being this pen pen name where I am describing, my thoughts. Again, this is not for you to own the same thoughts, but for me to make it clear that these are just thoughts that I am considering right now. And a lot of it comes from my own experiences and the lack of other experience. So hopefully that makes sense to some people. Dear Danny, all right, so I am looking at this picture and I have questions. So this is how I will respond to this piece of content. It's through questions. So my first question is, why is the surveillance camera circled? I don't understand why it's circled here because what is it even looking at? Because there's the way that the picture is, I can't see what I'm not supposed to see, or is it that the camera should be on this activity because it should be exposing something? And then let's look at, what is this lady even doing, and why is it that no one's responding to her? So look, it looks like she's like dropping something like some candy or some like something that's supposed to be happy because it's giving a little bit more color in the picture. And she looks happy. She looks like she's okay with giving it, but like they are unhappy. And it doesn't look like they are even, okay. At first I thought this was like a mental hospital, but it doesn't look like it's those jackets that restrict you from doing anything. Where are they? Friends, I have no idea anything about this picture, and it inspires some questions. So let me see if there's any other questions that I have here. I'm interested in what these bowls are about, if they're even bowls. But what do you think? Tell me in the comments, do you think there's any meaning that we can draw from this picture? What is it trying to share with us? Because I have not one clue. So my Dear Danny session is really questions. It's questions, and I inspire you all to question things that you don't understand. Don't just allow people to just share information with you and then you just take it at face value because you think that they went to a school or they did all these great things. Really understand, even if they did all these great things and they went to a school and there was some credibility behind their message, make sure that you understand what's happening. And you can always do that through some intentional and thoughtful questions. But that's all that I have for you guys today. I thought this would be fun, a little different from us looking at the video content. We're going to look at some pictures, and I'm going to try to get creative as I can with these general assignments because I want us to be inspired to write and to create and to think, especially for those who are thought leaders and who are out in this world speaking and spreading messages. It's important for us to really be well-rounded with our thoughts and to consider all different angles and to also be creative with how we can take one framework and shift it to another framework, or maybe that didn't make sense. But that is all for today's video, friends. I am thankful for you all sharing your time with me. Remember, in the comments, let me know if you're going to choose one of these pictures. If you have any additional insight about that last picture, do you have any questions, or do you have anything that you can pull from that picture? What do you think that message was from the creator? But that is all for today. Until next time, hold on to you as much as you can. Hold on to your health, your well-being, and your mind. Be mindful. Bye.
Choose life, choose joy, choose peace over chaos.